What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CamATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into that $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Thank you guys for joining back with me as always. I appreciate you guys. It was an amazing night of MLB last night. We had home runs all throughout the lineup. Tim Anderson ended up double donging. It was just perfection. It was beautiful. Only down part was Ross Stripling getting negative, but even that couldn't hurt us. So it was a solid night. Let's go ahead and continue it. Let's keep it going today. All right, as you can see, I have the Greenlight DFS Optimizer open. Now, I didn't do the code word free giveaway for NBA this morning because I forgot, but I'm going to go ahead and do it here for baseball. So randomly in this video, I will give you guys a code word. That code, I will say, hey, code word is, give it to you. You need to DM that to me on Twitter, at Cam_ATL on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter. Don't comment the comment section down. Don't comment it in the comment section. The code word. Do not post it on open Twitter. DM me at Cam_ATL, the code word that I give you for the day. All right, and I will put you in a drawing to win free access to GreenlightDFS.com tonight. All right. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. Starting off with pitching, the first guy I really want is Yu Darvish. All right, Yu Darvish is in a beautiful situation. He's in a fantastic matchup going against St. Louis. St. Louis doesn't strike out a ton, which is the only down part, but the bright side is wind is blowing in at Wrigley Field today. So that is great news for both pitchers in this game. Yu Darvish is actually the main guy I want in that game is Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon has a very solid K rate facing Chicago Cubs who strike out the most in the entire league with the wind blowing in and only 7K. So Ponce de Leon is my focus for sure. But Yu Darvish is also a fantastic option. He's 10-5. If you want to save, Kenta Maeda would be the other guy that I really like here. So those two guys that I've locked are kind of the main two. Ponce de Leon is the main guy I want in Chicago, seeing that he's got the solid K rate, has the solid K rate matchup against the Cubs, who strike out the most in the league, have the wind blowing in at Wrigley, which is also a plus, and he's only 7K, so he feels like a fantastic option to me. So Ponce de Leon. Outside of that, Kenta Maeda's in a good matchup against Milwaukee, who strikes out a lot. And Yu Darvish, you can go him too. He feels safe. He's got a high ground ball rate. I mean, it shouldn't be too much damage against him from St. Louis here at home in Chicago, wind blowing in. So the only problem is you're only going to get a win from one of them. You're not going to have the opportunity to get wins from both your pitchers. So Maeda and Ponce de Leon, I'm going to go ahead and lock in as the two pitchers that I really like on this slate. Now, the pitchers that we want to target, Zach Godley is the main one. I'm going to adjust Josh Tomlin. It shouldn't be that low. But Zach Godley is the main guy that I want to pick on. And then we've got a few other guys. Wade LeBlanc is a guy I definitely want to get some exposure against. Let's go ahead and just talk about it. Let's go first base. All right. One of the first basemen I really like today is going to be Rhys Hoskins. Like I said, I really like Philly today. They're in a fantastic matchup against Godley, who has struggled big time. But really, all my favorite bats are in the outfield. Santander, Anthony Santander. This dude has been absolutely mashing the ball. And guess what? He mashes righties more than anything. Now he's going against Pearson, who struggles against lefties more than anything. Santander has over a 300 batting average this year. He's been nailing the ball. 7 home runs. He's going against a righty, which he hits better anyways. He's got a great average versus righties this year. He's only 4.3, and like I said, Pearson, the pitcher he's going against, is horrible versus lefties. So you definitely want some exposure to some of these Baltimore lefties. I really think stacking Baltimore is a very slick option today, and I'm really interested in possibly stacking them in GPPs for sure, maybe even sprinkling some in cash. But Santander is one of my favorite options for sure. Outside of him, Randall Grichuk. Randall Grichuk is also in an amazing spot. He has been tearing the ball up this season. He gets to go against a lefty in Wade LeBlanc, who struggles versus righties. Grichuk has been smashing lefties this year. He's batting over a 330 batting average. We know he's got some power. At only 3.9, he just seems like a fantastic option here in a hitter-friendly ballpark in Baltimore. Randall Grichuk is a fantastic option. And then honestly, I'm staying in that game because I really like Toronto. Toscar Hernandez. Toscar Hernandez has been mashing lefties this season. Gets to go against LeBlanc, who, like I said, struggles versus righties. Toscar has 7 home runs this year and batting over a 300 batting average. The dude is a monster. All right, so I love Toscar Hernandez, Randall Grichuk, Santander are my core bat guys that I really, really like. And then at pitching, I like Darvish, Maeda, and then also Ponce de Leon. All right, also, I really love the numbers match up once again for Fran Mel Reyes. Now, if you remember, last time I talked a lot about Fran Mel Reyes and I played him, he double donged. He was in a fantastic spot in that matchup and he came through in a big way. This is another fantastic situation. He's great versus righties, and this pitcher he's facing struggles bad versus righties. He's only 4-4. Pay attention to if he's in the lineup. If he's in the lineup, he's going to be a fantastic play. At 4-4. He did get banged up in some way. I can't remember how exactly or what's wrong with him, but I know he is day to day. So pay attention to Fran Mel Reyes. He's a solid option. Let's look at just value bets, what the optimizer likes as value on this slate. All right. So we've got some options, a few Miami guys. Lewin Diaz, lefty. Lewis Brinson, the righty for Miami. Both these guys are value. Nick Markakis, lefty for Atlanta, 3.7. He's a solid option. Travis d'Arnaud, if he's batting third again in the lineup, he's locked at 3K. Don't even overthink that. Tsugo, if he's in the lineup, lefty, batting around 6th, he's projected, as you can see, at 2.4. He's solid value. We've got some decent value guys on the slate. Nothing really pops super hard. I mean, you've got Adam Eaton, he's a solid option. Luis Garcia's been drilling the ball. So they're all solid options. Let's switch over to FanDuel and talk about what we got over here. Now, also another pitcher I want to talk about real quick. Hold on. Let's go back over to DraftKings. Another option for GPP is Skubal. Skubal, I checked out his minors numbers. He's got a really good K rate, 13 Ks per 9. So really solid K rate. He's going against the White Sox, who do strike out a lot, but this White Sox offense can also make you negative. So with that boomer bust potential, with him making his first start in the majors, I prefer him in GPPs. I would rather Ponce de Leon for 400 more and just kind of get a little bit safer, in my opinion, against Chicago. But Skubal is an option as well. He could have some possible really good upside. This is the first time the White Sox seeing this kid. He does have a very solid K rate. White Sox do strike out a good amount. Problem is White Sox also can hit the ball really well. So they could put up 10 runs or they could strike out a ton, and Skubal could be a fantastic option. But I definitely wanted to mention him at 6.6. All right. Now, over on FanDuel, because the optimizer really likes Skubal. All right, look at, like, he's the 3rd highest projected guy over here on FanDuel. Like, the optimizer loves Skubal, mainly because he is a GPP option. And the optimizer really loves GPP, obviously. So, over here on FanDuel, I'm not very interested. Honestly, you guys know how I feel. Like, I do like paying up for my pitcher and getting my pitcher right. I don't know necessarily you have to go 9.9 Yu Darvish. You could punt Skubal for GPP at 6K. You could go Kenta Maeda at 8.8. He's 1,100 less than Yu Darvish. Shouldn't be a huge difference between the two. Ponce de Leon is only 6.3. He seems like a solid option. You guys know I love Ponce de Leon today. So I would either go Ponce de Leon, Skubal, or Darvish. Maeda is also an option as well. So Maeda, Darvish, cash games, and Ponce de Leon, cash games, Skubal for GPP. All right, that's pitching. Let's check the pricing over here on hitters. First, let's check our high five. Let's check Santander. 3.3 for Santander. He's still okay, not as good as DK. Toscar 3.2, very good over here on FanDuel. I really like him. Randall Grichuk is locked. Let me just do that for no reason. Randall Grichuk is locked over here at 2.4. That's ridiculous. That's stupid price. Really love him over here. Let's see. Because obviously we're going to have some really good value over here, man. Randall Grichuk is locked. Andrew McCutchen at 2.4 feels locked to me. I love picking on, I already talked about it. I love picking on the dude for, who was the pitcher? Anyways, Andrew McCutchen, great option. Fantastic matchup today. Love Philly bats today. Over on DK, they're very expensive. They seem to be cheaper over here. You can get Andrew McCutchen leading off at 2.4. Absolutely love him. Him and Grichuk are amazing plays today. over on FanDuel. So let's go ahead and say those are my main value guys. Let's see, what was Fran Mel Reyes? If he's in the lineup, Fran Mel Reyes is locked if he's in the lineup. So I'm going to say, all right, for now, we're going to say that Fran Mel Reyes is in the lineup. All right, Grichuk, McCutchen, and Reyes. Grichuk, McCutchen, and Reyes are locked bats for me on FanDuel. All right, and then it really gets you. You can get anything you want. After seeing these prices for these guys, I mean, these are ridiculous hitters at way too cheap. I don't see much of a reason why you can't just go Yu Darvish. He is a safe option. I can understand the risk that's involved there because St. Louis does not strike out a ton. But the wind is blowing in Chicago. He should have a solid outing. But if you want to go Maeda, I completely understand that too. But you're really not going to have to spend down at pitcher for any of them, really, unless you want to fade these obvious amazing bats, and I don't see why you would. So that's the way I go over here on FanDuel. Like I said, Grichuk, Reyes, and Andrew McCutchen are damn near locked over here. Ridiculous. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I hope I was able to help you out. Code word for today. Let's go with Fran Mel Reyes. I love Fran Mel Reyes. He fucking killed for us last time. So Fran Mel Reyes, DM me Fran Mel Reyes at Cam_ATL on Twitter. Do not post it in the comment section down below. Do not hit me up on open Twitter. DM me, and I will choose one of you to get free access for baseball later on tonight. Thank you guys. Drop that like down below. Subscribe to the channel, and let's get this money. I'm out. Peace.